Spinal Tap, Waiting for Guffman. Those are the movies I love the most. Those are hilarious. So we were just thinking, like, it'd be kind of cool if this alien colony got a copy of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Pumping Iron from the 70s, you know, and then like got obsessed about it. And of course, a film crew would go there to see this really weird niche thing. So and we're doing the entire comic mockumentary style. So you got like, you know, your boxes with the like thing underneath, and it really going for broke for it. We showed it to someone, and they were like, your camera angles are really still. Like, it's very static, and it's not very dynamic. And we were like, perfect! That's what we were going for. Like, it's come from like this singular thing. So, you know, that I got this book called the Storms, Ghosts of the Water. And it's basically Moana meets Pirates of the Caribbean. Ooh. The Maori culture and sort of the New Zealand pirates of the day when colonialism hit New Zealand and parts of the ocean there in that South Sea, the area there. And then we got this one book. Oh, I got a book called The Kangaroo Killer, which is not about a dude who just offs kangaroos in his spare time. It is about, unless you want that, I can change this right now. I can put it, that sounds good, and you guys will buy that.
Put it into my head. Now I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So it's so right now, and all right. Out of all of us in this totem pole of awesome, if you have recently watched a documentary about a serial killer, raise your hand. Yeah. So there you go. Right.
Yes.
Show's got doubles. But so I was thinking about this, and it's like there's so many people who love the serial killer, and there's a lot of serial killer books, but they're more from the perspective of like stabby, let's see the cool kills. What this one is, it explores how and why we are obsessed with that culture and understanding that mindset. Like the Golden State Killer was kind of found because Patton Oswalt's wife wrote a book about it, got everyone interested again, and then it reinvigorated the investigation. So this book, Kangaroo Killer, is this woman, they think, who has been stuffing dead babies into this pouch she sewed on her belly. And that yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. and this comic book writer who becomes kind of like obsessed with it in the way we all do with like Ted Bundy and all this stuff. About 30 years after the killings have stopped, and like Netflix made a documentary. So she wrote a comic book about it. It became huge, and then the killing started again.
Ooh, yeah. That sounds so good. Oh, yeah.
So you got the gimmick, right? Which is that thing that made all y'all just recoil a little bit. But then the reality of it is it's the thing that it's the reason we all sit here. I'm pointing at my TV like you guys can see it. It's the reason we all sit here and we watch those shows, because there's something in us that goes like, if I watch this, if I understand this, then I can avoid this, right? And it's like us taking back the uncertainty of this serial killer mentality, which is completely unpredictable. You know, again, it comes back to, there's second place. Yeah. So that's the so off subject. That'd be like, that was like me being like, all right, so the funeral's going to be in December.
Oh my
God. So tell us about Second. By the way, you all have like one of the dopest websites I've ever seen. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, SourcePoint. Oh my gosh, that is a nice. I might be able to show the audience. I'm sure not going to promise anything because I've been having so many glitches today. But I'm going to see if I can possibly show what's on your website.
Yeah, please.
At some point. But go ahead and start talking while I'm working in the background about Second Place.
Perfect. Yeah. So that was the book, the bodybuilding alien book, with the mockumentary style thing, and that's the guy lying back. He's Farrig, and he's the guy on screen there. That's the dude who always used to come in second place when they were bodybuilding together. But Farrig, he had that wife next to him, and then the kid even next to that, and stayed local. While his second, the guy who always came in second, went off and became a massive, massive celebrity.
That sucks.
So yeah, it kind of examines. That's why it's called Second Place, because it examines even through, again, like you got your gimmick, right, which is mockumentary style comic, bodybuilding aliens. It's a funny book, but then the truth of it, what's that heart, what's that core that it always comes back to, and that's the examining like the choices we make and who really wins in these decisions. And it's all, it's perspective. And then, RV9 just came out from Mad Cave. Future Assassins, very, very different than other stuff I've worked on, about technology, all this kind of stuff. That one's awesome. The dude who drew that is now drawing stuff for DC, so I'm stoked about that.
Nice.
Wow. You jumped in right in time, too, when everything is changing at DC.
Yeah, and he luckily, I actually can't say, but he's doing things with someone who's established, so he's set. He's golden.
Whoa. We definitely have to hear about his story, what's going to happen with that. That's awesome.
Yeah. What's going to happen is I'm going to totally tab him to do more stuff later. That's my puppy. Oh, that's my baby girl. Guys,
what's your baby girl's name?
Beautiful,
What's her name?
right there. Shiva, you're on camera, baby girl.
Oh my goodness. Hey, girl.
Shiva, what you think? How do you feel? You nervous? You shy? You're doing great. You look awesome. Oh gosh, she's gone.
Oh wow. She didn't have her lipstick on, so you can do that. She didn't have her lipstick
I'm sorry,
on.
dude. Don't worry, they'll fix it in post.
I wish we could fix things in post. Oh,
no, you got that. I like this stuff now more. I think as our generation moves forward, media savvy is the thing we all are, and I think we all like we can see when we're being presented a product now, and it's so I actually think like this is have you guys watched Trevor Noah at all recently?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so like he is doing it right to move into the next phase of like maybe that show, but maybe just like late night in general, which is that he's definitely it's very clearly amateurish isn't the right word, because it's what started as amateurish online and YouTube and stuff became the sort of the norm, but it's not packaged, that's for sure. It doesn't feel like I'm being sold something. So so anyway, like if you guys were fixing it in post, it wouldn't be you guys, it wouldn't be the show, it wouldn't feel as real and honest,
I agree with you, because I feel like one of the things that I used to love about the old television was these live shows that you'd be able to watch, and things would happen live. You don't get that much anymore.
Yeah, watching. I mean, I don't know how far back you're talking, but like watching Lucy, and watching someone try not to break character and just barely holding it together. It felt like a moment. It felt real. Or one of my favorites is Tim Conway from the Carol Burnett show.
Oh yeah,
really just trying to get Harvey Korman to lose it. And almost daring him. It's the best. And so it's nice to feel there we are. That's the this
is their website. So I actually I did do something a little right. So I'm actually sharing it with the audience. But it is really nice. It's beautiful. If you go on it, I mean, you really can't really see it as well with us all being here. But when you go on it, you see all the graphics. It's so full of color. It's just really a dope website.
Yeah, they're a great company to work for too.
I think a lot of artists have just like really dope websites. So, even the new artists, it's just the content is so engaging. Everybody wants to watch it. You can sit here and watch this for hours, and it really makes you want to read this material.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's, to Josh Werner and all those guys, if they watch anything that I do anymore, they're probably sick to death of me. But if they're watching, Josh Werner, you're incredible. You do great work, and he's the guy who's But I will say about SourcePoint Press, for anyone who's interested in during quarantine stuff, how to keep artistic stuff going, like they invested a lot of money early on into pictures of me with dogs. No, they invested a lot of money early on into the advertising front for Facebook and Instagram, and they've seen some really big numbers come back in, but they had to spend almost 10 times what they were spending previously. But it did work for them. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but I know that that's how they've stayed afloat during this time and stayed in people's consciousness when the conventions aren't happening right now.
Yeah. So when are we gonna see you again? What's been going on? Or what do you have coming out so that everybody can start following you? And just give everybody your social media. It's all over, it's plastered all over this presentation, but I want to give everybody your, where they can follow you, follow up on what you're doing, all of that.
Yeah, don't go to Salem. I'm not going to be there. I'm more interested when I'm going to see you guys again. I was just talking with Ralph about this in the green room, and yeah, like I miss seeing everyone. I miss meeting new people and seeing new people, and like where is he? Show, now he's up. I'm trying to. Ooh, Leslie's too quick for me. She's quick on the draw. So now I would meet Show, and then I would go see one of the gigs, and I would actually get to go, and like you guys are talking about the action, the urban action.
Oh, the urban action.
Yeah,
dude, that freaking sounds amazing.
Oh, it is.
It's an amazing experience.
And oh man, so stuff like that, but silver lining, we're healthy. So it's all relative.
In all fairness, if Cadma can't get to you, she can't scare you.
Oh yeah, I'm not disappointed about that. So Cadma has this thing lately where she decides to sneak up on me, and she thinks it's really funny. She thinks it's hilarious. I think she's got all that like training. She can do it pretty well. So the last time, so in New York, last New York Comic-Con, I saw her coming, and I snuck up on her, and I was like, I literally, have you guys both, DJ Showoff and Leslie, you have definitely been to New York Comic-Con, but Show, have you been there?
Hold on.
To Comic-Con last year.
Okay, so in the basement, you know how the artist alleys are like really long tables and stuff? So like I see her from a ways away. So I'm actually wrapping around one of those things. I mean, I probably gave a good 5 minutes of my life to making sure she didn't see me and sneaking up just at the right time, going full Metal Gear Solid Snake style. And I'm feeling really good about this, right? I've got her in my sights, and I walk up behind her, and I give her the bah! And she literally just as calm as day goes, "What's up, Ben?" Come on.
She was not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing that if you did scare her, she was not going to let you know that she did it, that you did it.
So that's best case scenario. And you saying that made me feel so much better, because even if I know that deep down she was feeling it, I'll take that.
I saw him coming. I didn't even warn her, so you got his chance to get her.
Thank you. I'm forever grateful for you for that, but I also know that it's going to come back to bite me in the ass so bad.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm gonna get the real bite of the Bitten Apple. But so social media. Follow me on Instagram. It's at MRBENAU, Mr. Ben AU. My last name's Goldsmith. I thought the periodic table thing was cool. It's just been a pain in the butt to describe all the time. And then, you can follow me and find all my stuff coming in from there. And you can order anything from me. I've got Seance Room albums that we made. I used to play for Wiz Khalifa's record company as a guitarist, so we made a Seance Room album that was all. It's very like if Pink Floyd made a horror movie soundtrack. It's on vinyl. Yeah, we have it on vinyl. So and then I just got tons and tons of merch stuff that you guys can read. I know y'all are hurting for things to be doing right now, so hit me up on Instagram and I will provide you. Benny will provide.
All right.
Well, Benny, since albums, I might need one of those. I play a lot of different type of music. DJ's always looking for something. Yeah.
That would be. I would shoot me a message on let me get. You're in a car right now. Why are you in a car right now? Is it you love being cold? Is that what it is?
I'm actually kind of working, but not working.
Are you a burglar? Is that what are you staking out a joint? Is that what that is?
I do security 2 days a week. I sit in a. I'm kind of like Craig and Day Day. So I got a little strip mall, like 4 stores.
I was like, this feels very much like a stakeout situation, and I was kind of right. You were just on the protecting side of the law.
I'm security.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen? Show when I write the book about you, you're going to be security, but it's going to be like because you know security so well, you were able to put together a crack team of guys who are going to go in and be able to subvert everything and get through and walk away just cool as cucumbers with all the good stuff. Because it's about subverting expectations.
What if the security guard has a bunch of ghosts that actually look out for the place and come back and report to him?
I would love to write that book, but it's kind of already written, so it's ghosted from Image. It's really good.
Well, how about we do it this way? Kind of my spirit goes out, body stays here, but I'm still coherent.
You're coherent and your spirit's away? That sounds terrifying. That sounds like an out-of-body experience.
And then you get mugged while you're in your car and you can't do anything about it because your spirit is away.
No, even though your spirit is away, you're still coherent.
You know what'd be funny about that? If it was like you took
Listen, we can talk about this. We can talk this all over, but we have other guests.
We got to go. Like, come on, boys.
Okay. He has been patiently. We have a schedule. We do have a schedule. No. But Show and Ben, you all connect with one another. I want to see what comes up from this story that you all and written Ralph. You all come up with this storyline. I love you all. I really do. But we have to go on. We have to move forward. This sounds like a goodbye letter.
Well, see, that's why we love Ben Goldsmith so much.
Time together, though. We had so much good time.
Ben, I miss you. I miss you. And Show is staying on. But Ben, if you want to stay on, you can stay on too.
I would just be annoying. I'm gonna go and let you guys enjoy yourselves.
Okay, all right. You're gonna be just like this. Could be like the the Jimmy Fallon show where people just stay and sit in the audience, sit back in the seats, but you don't say anything because I've muted you. But you're just sitting there.
I don't know how to. Listen. The mute didn't stop Trump. All right. I don't know. I don't know. And so yeah.
Okay.
Everyone vote.
Yes, please, everybody vote next week. All right, Ben. We will see you soon.
I love you guys.
Happy Halloween. Love you too. We'll see you real soon. Bye. Bye.
He is so funny.
Well, he is hilarious. I told you he's full of a lot of energy. So listen, we got to move forward because we got a time and we need to really bring on my boy. I happen to love these dudes a lot, so I want to bring them. Yeah, so I want to bring them on. Make sure that they get some love as well. I didn't know that we were not. Excuse the audience right there, but I don't know we were not live, so I apologize for that. We are now live. I'm not really sure what happened, but then again, it's just that kind of a day. So we might have to bring back this content in our next show that we might have missed. When I look back at the replay, I'll see how much of it we've missed, and then we might bring it back on our next show. So if you just all of a sudden saw a broadcast,
it'll probably be all of me. It'll just be the black guy not there.
Oh no. Well, then we'll definitely have you back. But isn't it? It's like very weird
because man. You can tell it's Halloween.
Yeah. Listen. I have to tell you all, since I've been doing the tingling tea, I've had some of the weirdest stuff happening to me. So it's just par for the course right now. It just really is. But anyway, I want to introduce our next guest. So we happen to have met these guys. We were at CradleCon.
Yep.
Am I correct? We were at CradleCon, and we happened to meet these two young men. And I was immediately attracted to this table because I saw two young men with some beautiful art and some very interesting storylines. And I could not pass this table up without actually having to interview them and to actually speak to them. So I'm right here with Dwayne Robinson and Terrence Young. Yes, I had to take a snapshot of it because actually the video is too long to show because I really got engaged with talking with them for about 14 minutes, just about the stuff that they did. But I tell you, I couldn't be happier with these guys. I mean, just, two young men out there doing their thing, working hard. They were just doing it. So without further ado, let me introduce, Mr. Dwayne Robinson Jr. He's not with Terrence. Wait a minute, I don't know where Terrence is, but we're just happy. We're just happy to have Dwayne here in our studio audience. And Dwayne is with Animation Comics Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, Ace, otherwise known as Ace, Mr. Dwayne Robinson Jr. Wait now in the background, all quiet and hi. We're so happy to see you. Thank you so much for your patience.
I feel like,
Yeah. This is once this gets we'll definitely have you back on when we get a little bit more streamlined with this, but right now we're just we are having so many weird stuff happening. But yeah, especially today, some weird things have happened, but that's okay. We'll have you come back. Yeah, true. But it's Halloween, we have to say that it is that. So what's been going on and where? Where's your partner? We miss him too.
Oh man, Terrence right now, he's currently just had a newborn son, so he's a little more busy than I am. So
congratulations, Terrence. Oh my gosh.
Terrence Stefano.
That's fabulous. Let me tell you, I see y'all still being in high school. So I'm thinking to myself, what's he doing having a son?
He's got three.
What is the world coming to, this young man having a son? I did ask you all how old you were.
More than anybody, everybody looks at me and they're like, you can't be no more than 22. And I'm like, add 10 to that, then you're good,
Yes. I mean, I have to say it. This looks always good. It doesn't crack. I don't know, because I totally was off as far as you all. And look at show driving in the middle of a broadcast.
I am not driving. I am cruising. I'm cruising at an altitude that is just right for this broadcast.
There you go. Multitask.
Okay. Don't have nobody from Mothers Against driving and all that other stuff coming after us.
Oh no. See, I got headphones on. Everything is. Trust me, I am safer than safe.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm not safe. I'm a DJ. I'm safe, baby. I'm safe.
All right. Okay. All right. And then, this is where. So tell us what's been going on. So some of the content that we were actually talking about before is your Nightfall series. What's been going on with that? What have you all been up to? And kind of explain to the audience who has never met you before. And we're probably going to share in the links on the YouTube channel our previous interview with them about Nightfall and all the characters that they have created. So tell us what's been going on with Nightfall.
Yeah, so in issue 1, the story is basically about the main character. His name is Michael Vash. He is a normal college quarterback that finds out from his mother that he has a legacy line of werewolves within him. And it's up to him to believe that what she's saying is true or not, because when his mother first came into the town, she was kind of dubbed a crazy woman because of past incidents. So, he's kind of deciding on to what to believe her or not during his birthday party, because she believes that if she doesn't tell him the truth of what he is, that there might be somebody or some people after them. So that's what the first issue. It starts out in black and white, and then it slowly goes into color. Can't really tell you why per se, but you know, when you purchase the first comic, you can understand the reasoning behind it. But we've been working on. I just finished issue 2. We're finishing up issue 1 for Salvation, which is the story my brother wrote. I do the artwork for the stories. I hired somebody that does the coloring. But yeah, so right now, currently, that's what we're working on. Almost done with Salvation issue 1. We're super excited about it because after that, we're going to be doing our Kickstarter campaign so we could get the comics printed, because we know that that's still a big thing, and you know, everybody wants to have the comics in their hands. So that's the thing that we're trying to work on now, is try to get that done. So hopefully the Kickstarter campaign will be a success. We have so many other things. You know, we've been creating a lot more merchandise. We rebranded our website. We're trying to really just get our names out there a lot more with all the things that we have, with all the content that we are creating.
So I actually, let me change this, because I may think that everybody think that your source point. Let me change this in the background. So I actually did get to read that. I purchased about three of their stories. I loved this story. I love this story. I don't know if it was the football aspect of it, or just his whole life was just, it was so authentically Black that I loved it. But it was so good, and I couldn't wait to read more of it. You know, and I meant to purchase, but of course, a lot of things have happened in the last couple of years, which we won't go into detail. But I did read it, and I read all of them. And I'm telling you, I was hooked, and I cannot wait to read the rest of what happens to this character. And I have posters, you all. I was like, yes, very, very good. I'm not going to give up why it went from black and white into color. I'm not going to give it up, but when it does happen, it's dope. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you know, the main premise of the story is all about family. You know what I mean? We wanted to really kind of just keep the aspect of the werewolves horror theme genre, but the real story is really about family, and, you know, how important it is to have, you know, a family that really cares about you. And, you know, to still kind of, even though you're tasked with something different, like having this reveal thrust upon you, it's, you know, it's up to you to kind of embrace it and, you know, go along with change as the story goes on. And I think that's what's important with the story, is that although Michael at first doesn't believe that his mother's telling the truth, he does kind of eventually accept it. And that's when the story really kind of goes into a whole nother aspect. It adds upon all the questions that you have in issue 1, like what exactly is a legacy line, how it differs from other werewolves that is within the story. So, you know, those things like that is what we kind of really wanted to emphasize in my story. In the Salvation story, it's a lot darker. But you know, we kind of wanted to have that kind of horror theme because we felt like there wasn't too many horror themed stories out there, especially Black characters involving them. So yeah, there you see issue 1, which is going to be coming out hopefully by the end of November. But we're super excited about it because you know, this story here is a lot longer when it comes to just the length of the story than the Nightfall series is. So you're gonna really get used to seeing Vaughn. You know, that he's been actually keeping me company, you know, as I was waiting. You know, I have a little statue that my boy. I know you guys.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to show that and say thanks, Lewis. I appreciate you, man. You know,
Shadow Rabbit.
All right, Shadow Rabbit did it. What?
You go, Shadow Rabbit.
Wait, show it again. Show it again. I want to show that. Show it up. Pull it up again. It's a Shadow Rabbit's art too. That's nice.
This part here.
Is so amazing. Look at the detail on that.
Very smart.
Let me see if I can pull you up and show you
his sword in the back of him. It's so cool. It's really nice.
Pull it down. Let's see that.
His eyes.
Wow.
Shadow Rabbit is amazing work, man.
Yeah, eyes glow.
Wow, that's great.
Really
wow. Yep, really he did it up.
Details. So
very good.
Since my brother's not here, but he's here in spirit. I'm also wearing some of our merchandise that you see here too. So yeah, you know, we've been just really working hard on trying to make so many different things for people. You know, those fans that aren't really necessarily fans of comics per se, but they still want to support us. So best way to support us is you can buy some merchandise. You know, you can buy a t-shirt. We have magic cups, we have hoodies, we have jackets, posters, which we're going to be coming out with soon, and stickers, which will be added to our Kickstarter campaign. So there's going to be things for everybody, you know, regardless of if you're not really a comic book fan, you can still support us by getting other things like that. So yeah, you know, we're super excited about it, man. You know, I just can't stress it enough how happy we are that we were able to just continue going, because we had a few setbacks the first time we saw you, but now we're back on the right track and we're just continuing all of the things that we have, along with new stories as well. You know, we have about 5 new stories that we're not even really telling anybody, along with the superhero universe, which we're actually getting used to too. Because one of the things that everybody asks us about, you know, is because our name is animation, comics, and entertainment, but we do have the comics aspect. So a lot of people go, so where is the animation aspect? That's coming. That is what we're going to be doing for our superhero universe. We're going to try to really push that to make that our animated series. And it's going to start off with one story, and then it's going to just expand into a whole universe. So that's what we're going to be trying to push. That's what we've been talking with our animator about trying to get done sometime next year, hopefully. But yeah, it takes time. You know, it takes time because we're still trying to grow our brand. So I don't really want to push the animation aspect out so fast, because, you know, I wanted us to really get known and really people be acquainted to what we can do in our work. So that's why we decided to continue to just make more comic book stories for people to you know, get their teeth into, you know.
So let me see if I can share you all's website real quick.
Hey, so what was the inspiration behind some of the work that y'all
I would say for the Nightfall story, I would say the inspiration originally started out because I saw the Twilight movie and I just was just so disappointed about how they had the werewolf. And I just remember thinking him turn into a werewolf and he would turn into a big giant chihuahua with fur, and I was like, no, this is not right. I can't do this. And, you know, I was like, you know, I knew it was not really catered towards me. It was more catered towards, you know, girls and you know, preteens and whatnot. So I took that in concept, but I also, you know, felt like the love story could have been added upon too. So, you know, I wanted to make a story where there is a love story, but there's also family values involved with it too. And I also wanted it to be catered to werewolf fans, but also have the fact that, you know, it's people of color that are the main focus of the story. And it also takes place in the current time. It's not take place in the past. It doesn't take place in the woods somewhere off where, you know, you can't really see these werewolves being turned, because, you know, that's the thing that I wanted to really incorporate with the story. So that really how it kind of started off for me, was that, you know, I wanted to have that idea. And then, you know, slowly also too, we just wanted to have a story where we could just really put out there to get our names out there. But as you have a story, you know, the more you have on it, you know, the more you add upon it, and it just becomes something even better than what you originally started out. Because originally it was supposed to be a lot darker. It was supposed to be a lot darker, be it that it is a werewolf story. You know, I kind of wanted to really dive straight into just horror themed, but then I decided to make it a little bit more accessible for even younger kids, you know. So that's why I decided to just rewrite the whole story and make it a little lighter. So that's where that kind of inspiration really started from. I mean, I've always been a fan of werewolves. I even have a tattoo of a werewolf on my arm.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to see close up of this.
You never see it? I don't.
Yeah, hold on just 1 second. Let me just pull you up. Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Can you see it? There we go.
Oh.
So basically, this is my design that I did. It's 3 wolves, but it represents 2 different things. I would say the one version is my personality. I would say like the left side or the right would be me, you know, by myself. I can also be a lone wolf, you know, by myself, okay. And then when I'm with my friends, sometimes I'm always considered as like the leader of the pack, you know, the guy that always, hey, let's go do this, let's go do this, hey, yeah, let's go, you know. So I'm always everywhere. And then the big one just represents that I'm actually both of them. And then the second version is my family. You know, it's me and my brother and my mother. So I would say my mother and my brother would be the left and the right. And then the big one would be me because I'm always kind of the oldest. So I consider myself the protector. So that's pretty much what the tattoo is. But yeah, you know, I've always been a fan of them. You know, I love the classic movies of the werewolf, you know, the Wolfman. That's why I actually have that in the first issues that he actually turns into a Wolfman instead of just straight out into a werewolf. But there's different reason behind it.
One of the things, though, I wanted to tell the audience, though, before we get it a little deeper into it, is that the mother in all of these comics has a very is a prevalent figure in your comics, and we discussed that. This is something that's a running theme: is that the mom is, you know, has a significant role in all your characters' lives. And why did you decide that the mother had to be that essential to these books?
I would say, you know, there's many different reasons. I would say one is because for me growing up, and my brother Terrence, we both grew up with a single parent household, you know, and our mothers were the ones that were really there for us and taking care of us. And they showed us what it is, you know, the struggles that they had to go to, but we always respected it because they, you know, we kind of considered ourselves one of the good eggs getting out of the situations that we were, you know, going into circumstances when we were younger, you know. So that was one thing. And then 2, you know, we just kind of wanted to show respect to all the other good mothers out there, you know what I mean? That, you know, that is actually a real thing, that there are single mothers out there and they do take care of their kids. And, you know, we just want to show respect for that, honor it, say, pay homage.
So let me see if I could share you all's your website with the audience so that they kind of see it.
But I would actually honestly say that it's not just the mothers; it's all the females in the werewolf story, and a few of our future stories too. We don't really like seeing females just kind of in the background, or, you know, damsels in distress. We're not really that type of people. You know, me and my brother, when we go to having to do our writing aspects, you know, we always kind of wanted to see the women kicking ass too, you know. So you know, I hope that that's not a bad word.
You sound just like you described Leslie.
Yeah, you know, I don't know too many that, you know, are not gonna, you know, want to step up and help out when the time gets rough. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to incorporate in my stories, and so did my brother. You know what I mean? So
let's check out. Let's check it. Let's have the. Let's check the audience. Have your look at your website.
Get a montage video of everything we got.
Awesome. Dope.
I think the last time
that took me a long time to do. I'm so happy it came out so good. I was like, oh, finally.
That's nice.
I was saying, the last time I saw you guys was at WinterCon, and you were explaining to me that you guys were going through this whole restructuring. I can see that restructuring is really coming into play, and you guys are really like coming into your own.
Yeah, because, you know, we wanted to because like I said before, when we first started, we had a good idea of what we wanted to do, but a lot of personal things kind of got in the way. So it took us a huge step back and trying to figure out if this is what we need to do and what we need to do to continue our momentum or just get it back for that matter. So I decided to just rebrand everything, redo the stories, tweak them if they felt like there's something that needs to be added. If there's something that we could have taken out, take it out. And just redo everything. So not only did we redo the stories and the comics, but we also we did our logo design from the original one we had. I redesigned that. So now right now what we have is what we're going to continue doing is just right now just focus on more comics and get our animation stuff done. But as you see there, we also have reviews because, we try to keep all of the elements that we have in ACE going. It's not just the comics, it's not just the animation, but we also have entertainment. So we also do video game reviews and movie reviews. So, we try to keep everything current. We're trying to get everything streamlined when it comes to AC. So we're known for just multiple of things, not just the comic aspect.
We're going to definitely have to have you come back here and, talk to me too, because I'm the gamer here, about some of the games that you've played. My thing right now is Dead by Daylight. So I'd love to hear your review on that game. Yeah. But don't tell it now. I'm gonna have you come back and we're gonna have a discussion about horror games in particular. Maybe we'll have you on for the Tingling Tea to discuss like horror games specifically. But we'll definitely have you come back. So we just give our love to Terrence. Happy baby. We're so excited. That's amazing. I still think of him as a little young man. I can't believe that he has such. I should say that. No, he's yeah, really. Oh my gosh, he's a kid. But we definitely will have you back on the Bitten Apple Apple Bites because this is a continuation. We want to continue this conversation. We want to know what you're doing. Get updated on some of the content that you're working on. And even have you come on just for a review of something that's out there because there's so much entertainment being produced right now for people who are streaming, for people who are sitting at home. But this is the only resource that they have for entertainment. I would love to get you to come on here and talk about The Boys. So I'm sure you've watched that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those kind of reviews. We'll love to do that. So where can we find you social media wise? I know I plastered it everywhere. But where can we find you?
So you can find us on Facebook at Animation Comics Entertainment LLC. We have our company page and then our group page. The group page is really mainly for all of the other comics and artists and things of that nature. They can, post their things there. It helps to get their names out there a little bit more. And then you can find us at Instagram at Animation Comics ENT. You can find us at Twitter at Anycom. ENT LLC, and you can also just find us on our website where we have all of our links right there on the top, so it makes it easier for everybody. In case you forget, just head to the website at www.animationcomicsent.com and you can find all our links there too.
All righty, awesome. So thank you for coming today. We're almost out of time, but before we wrap up, I don't know if you all knew it, but we lost an icon today. Yes. So we lost Sean Connery today. And, I have to tell you that this man, in my childhood, he was a heartthrob. There's so many movies that he's been in and he did in his older age that I forgot about because so many people associate him with James Bond and only James Bond. But there's so many other movies that he's been in. You all can shout out a few of them that he's been in. Highlander
is one of them.
Yes.
Excuse me.
The Indiana Jones story, The Rock. All of these wonderful, amazing movies. I did have some content I could show of his movies, but of course we're running out of time, so we don't want to keep the audience. But audience, just know that this man, being as he was unapologetic about who he was.
Yes, yep.
And he was, but he will always be, in my opinion, Bond. He will always be the Bond. There's no other James Bond that can break the mold. There's people that have come close, but this is the man that made that name. The amazing Mr. Sean Connery. We will see you next Saturday at 1 o'clock. We're going to be at the Urban Action Showcase. Thank you all for watching today.
I think Show has something tonight before we go. Leslie?
Yes, thank you, Ralph. Tonight, guys, and I'm busy. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at me number one. We are doing a cosplay Halloween party from 8 to midnight. All of that is on there. You can find me at Show Clock on Facebook. You'll be able to find the link there. As trust me, we got 3 phenomenal DJs besides myself: DJ Q Boogie, Buddha, and DJ Love Her. Gonna be amazing to check it out. This is party before the party.
Okay, well, you heard that, everybody. So here's some information right here. Mr. Show Clark, the phenomenal DJ Show Off. We're sending off. We will see you all next Saturday at 1 o'clock here on Apple Bites. Have a good day, everyone.